comic book community. This is Liking the Covers 4963, back with another haul video. This one's going to be entitled Back Issue Covers. Overall, this is haul number 32. First off, I've got some background. These are the first True Believers I picked up from my LCS. And this was part of Star Wars Day. And this was True Believers Star Wars covers. And then the True Believers Star Wars #1 that came out in 2015. So on with the haul. This first one here is number 17 of the Champions from January 1978. This is the last issue. Now in my collection I have the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, 7th, 8th, 10th, and now this one. So I'm slowly making my way. I mean, I could probably get them all at once and just have the whole set, but I've been taking my time with it. There's other books and everything that I've came across since I started getting the Champions. Because the #1, it's been about 8 or 9 years ago that I got #1. So I'm just taking my time with it. I'm enjoying it. All I got left to get is 5, 6, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 14, 15, and 16. So yeah, Champions number 17. Next, The Death of the New Gods. 1 of 8. Now what I'm going to try to do is get the other 8, but again, I'm going to take my time. This here is Jim Starlin and Matt Banning. And this was, as the saying goes, a cover Hersage. And with that, I also like to give a shout out to our brother and my brother, Bigeez Comics, who is now known as Bigeez Home of the NY Warriors. I like to thank him because when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I want to see what Bigeez has talked about, and what enjoyment he's brought about it, and look into it. So I haven't read this yet because, like I said, I've got a big old pile, so I'll get to it sooner or later. Classic X-Men #23. This here is the reprint of The Origin of Professor X. And this is the first appearance of the Shadow King. I'm pretty sure. I just had a brain freeze. I think this is the first appearance of the Shadow King, if I'm not mistaken. But this here is issue 23. This is from July 1988, I want to say. I don't think, yeah, it's July 88. This one here, this is also something I'm taking my time on. This is the 25th anniversary banner. 25th anniversary. They were running in 1986 in November, with the November on the cover. And I have some of these now. And then the one I have is the 2 issues of Fantastic Four, 296. But I also have like the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. I have Alpha Flight #40, X Factor #10, and I think I got a couple more. But this one here, I found it and I was shocked. I thought this one would have been gone. This was in the new collection boxes, and I thought somebody would take this one. But it only cost me $5, which was, hey, find something, with Snake Eyes on the cover and the banner too. Next, Batman and the Spirit. This is Darwin Cook doing the cover. And this here is a number one. I don't know if this is just a. I'm gonna look into it and see if this was just a one shot or if this was a series. But I think this is a one shot. I'm gonna look into it just to make sure. But the Batman and the Spirit, and the reason why was Darwin Cook. I don't know what it is. When I saw his, I had one of his covers on the Catwoman. It was the Ed Brubaker run, and he had done one of the covers, early covers. I think it was number 4 of Catwoman, and yeah, and I've gotten just a few of his, not much, but when I come across them, I do pick them up. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to our sister and my sister, PopDotComix, JoJo. I told her that I found this book, and I remembered that I would, I got around to showing it finally. So hopefully she catches this video and she can see that cover, and she might be able to go out and get a copy. If I find another copy, JoJo, I'll let you know if I come across another one. I haven't came across one yet, but if I do, I'll let you know. Okay, next is a issue 75 from October 2003. This is Scooby-Doo. I thought it was Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? But yeah, just Scooby-Doo. And this is when I watched the all-new What's New Scooby-Doo on the WB Kids. But yeah, this was again cover postage. I like the way they have this cover on here. Next one, number 76. Also a cool cover. Found another Marvel team up. This is issue number 45. This is from May, May of 76 or so. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Either May of 75 or May of 76. It's one of those. Another brain freeze. My goodness. But this this here is going with the story of where our Amazing Spider-Man is going through time. He's got Dr. Doom's time thing that he can use to go through time platform, and Spidey's going through time at that time. So yeah, this one here only cost me $2, and I'm gonna upgrade this after I get all the copies of Marvel Team Up Together, or if I come across it in a higher grade. It was not that expensive. These next two, doesn't need no introduction. This here I found January or February of this year, and I was flabbergasted. Now, this is not the greatest copy ever to, be put out there, but I feel like I rescued it, because there is. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple creases down here that that goes across Aquaman's face and stuff. But overall, this is a beautiful cover as far as I'm concerned. It only cost me $3. This is Aquaman number 30. This is from December, either 1966 or 1967. And again, it's because I know it's one of those because of the go checks. When I saw that, I thought of our brother, and my brother, Dr. SilverAge, Ron. And but this here is a gem to me. I'm going to cherish this, and I might even at some point upgrade it somewhere down the line. But this here is Nick Cardy, and this is one of the titles I started out in when I started reading, or started getting comics. My grandmother would pick up comics. This is one of those she picked up and I started, wanting to get it. And I got Aquaman and the Teen Titans. And I also got, Batman in there too. But yeah, having a Nick Cardy Aquaman, yeah, that's a gem as far as I'm concerned. This last one was for sure a cover postage. This here is Our Army at War, starring Sergeant Rock. And this is issue number 201. This is from January 1969. And I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I was 5 years old that year. And at the end of that year, I turned 6. But yeah, I think that, I don't know. I mean, 69, if anybody gave me, like they said, hey, liking the covers, if you go back somewhere, and just stay for a while, where would you stay? And right off, it's 1969. I mean, it's, it was just, for me, I mean, I would have to be that young again, though. I wouldn't want to go back being who I am today. I wouldn't mind going back and being that 5-year-old child who, was really looking around my environment and my neighborhood, and it was right before I was going and starting school, because I started school that year in the fall of '69, and I did the thing there. My grandmother dropped me off, and I cried my eyes out. I didn't do hardly anything that day, if I remember straight. I just sat there and listened to that teacher just ramble on and on and on. And then, the relief came when she said, well, you could go and lay your head down and take a nap. I was like, I wanted to scream out like, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, lady. Like, thank you. But sorry to get off track there. But this here is now the oldest book I have of Our Army at War. And Our Army at War started out in 1952, and it went on to the 80s, because it went on past 300 issues. I don't know the last issue it was, because it changed from Our Army at War to regular Sergeant Rock at some point. But Sergeant Rock was in it, and I don't know the number that he started, because I don't think it was Sergeant Rock at the very beginning in 52. If it was, let me know in the comments. But this here is my oldest, Our Army at War, Sergeant Rock. But the thing that jumped out at me, was Joe Kubert. And Joe Kubert is one of my favorite artists. His artwork is just put the words in there: stunner, brilliant, spectacular, awesome, amazing. It's just, the man was, he had as far as I'm concerned, he had the artist eye. And even with this cover here, I mean, he's showing that, Rock looks like he's defeated, but Rock was, he was a very strong individual in the comics. And there was one issue I want to get someday. It's on my long wish list, and that is the Brave and the Bold, Batman and Sergeant Rock, and I think it's issue 112. But yeah, that's going to do it. This is haul number 32. And this is going to be the back issues cover. So I've got more coming on the way. I've got some modern books I picked up the last few months, and I've got a few more back issue covers to show too. But this is just a little portion of what's to come. And what I'm going to like is sharing a big book with you that's now back in my collection, and it blows my mind. So come back and see it when I do it. I'll put, it's the big one. It's the big issue. All right, this, as usual, comment, like or dislike, sub if you like, and like always, enjoy your covers and stick around for the stories. Till next time, peace.